Merry Christmas from Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Black Christmas 2006. This holiday season, the sleigh ride begins.
Written and directed by Glen Morgan, starring Lacey Chabert, Michelle Trachtenberg, and Katie Cassidy. In Black Christmas, mayhem ensues in the sorority house when a crazed psycho killer returns home for the holidays. So what did it be like?
I like that Black Christmas 2006 kind of had some throwbacks to the original, though it was very, very different. We had some of the same weapons, some of the same character names, almost the exact same house, the phone calls, Billy, bunch of stuff.
But most importantly, Andrea Martin. She was in the original as one of the sorority girls, and in this one, she was the house mother.
I'm definitely gonna say that isn't the most important part of the movie.
I just appreciated it.
I really enjoyed the gore in this movie. They utilized the bag over the head because then they could really do on-screen kills and just like rip the eyeballs out and get super gore without showing like a fake head. Because then that kind of takes away from the overall kill. Oh, and the worst part was that he didn't kill them when he was dragging them by their eyeballs.
I love that Lacey Chabert was in this, because she's the best. Smoking hot as usual. Alongside her, Michelle Trachtenberg.
You got Katie Cassidy from Arrow.
Just general hotties all over the place. Fit for a sorority.
We can't forget our hunk of the movie, Oliver Hudson, who plays Adam on Rules of Engagement.
I really enjoyed the cinematography in this film. I thought they used a lot of camera angles to their advantage, creating that feel of tension and suspense. They had a lot of good Dutch angles. We had a lot of like high and low angles.
The Dutch angles in this like just kind of skewed hallways a little bit, and it wasn't going over the top, and it wasn't like necessarily out of place. It just made you feel uneasy about the whole house.
Being that this film was kind of like a reboot or a remake of the original Black Christmas, I really enjoyed the direction that the story went because it wasn't a shot-for-shot remake. It was something original with the classic story that we're used to from the '74 Black Christmas.
I'd have to agree with that. I feel like it took just enough from the original to not make it so it seems like it's a remake, more that it is its own film. It can stand on its own. You don't need to have seen the previous film. All right, so what didn't we like?
I didn't like how much they got into Billy's backstory. In the original review, I said, we needed more of Billy's backstory. Pump the brakes! You gave us way too much backstory. We knew every single thing about Billy in this movie, and I think it kind of ruined the character for me, especially the yellow business. I don't know why he was yellow.
I think they did it so that they gave him an excuse for him to be physically normal, but like for the mother to hate him. And what I think took away from it is it humanized him more, which made it less of a horror movie. So I wanted to care more about the women and the sorority girls rather than the killer himself.
Right, we got very little backstory for the girls involved. Even our main lead, we didn't really learn anything other than she was dating Oliver Hudson.
And even though like the first person we see killed in the film, which is Claire, the focus on her sister Lee just kind of came out of nowhere.
I think this was just one of those things that they just needed to hang on to from the original Black Christmas, where you get the father coming and looking for his daughter. So they just needed somebody to come back. And like that's the whole plot why the girls didn't just like leave the house and thinking that her friend just left. Is they needed a reason to stay in the house, and that Lee was the one who was keeping them there.
I wish the aspect of the phone calls played a stronger role in this film, because in the original, they were creepy, they were like well played, and it made you wonder who was actually calling. In this one, it was kind of like, here's a call. Oh my God. Hang up. Let's hit star 69.
And they like had to explain what star 69 was too, like because like in the first movie they didn't have that kind of technology. And I also thought that it took away from suspense. The voice was more clear, so you could understand what he was saying. It wasn't just gibberish.
Yeah, with modern technology, now that we all have cell phones, we know who's calling. Anyone can be calling from anywhere, so it doesn't matter. And they're just like, oh my God, this person's calling. It's like, well, isn't that what you've been waiting for all goddamn night? You're looking for Claire, she's calling, so what's the problem here?
Though we did see some really good kills in this film, and I enjoyed the practical effects, I kind of wish we had more of a variety of kills, because we've got so many Christmas decorations everywhere. We've got so many golden opportunities for this killer to kill these sorority girls, and yet every single one was used with a bag and an eye gouge.
It's like the writer and director was like, everyone loved Black Christmas because of the eye. That one scene with the eye. So I'm gonna make a movie only about eyes. So there's fucking, the screensaver is a fucking eye with wings on it. We need to punch through the wall. in a picture that's an eye. Like, every single thing that happened in this movie had to do with an eye. And it was so stupid. I didn't really understand why they went this way, and I'd love to hear the commentary on this. Again, pump the fucking brakes.
Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings.
The 2006 version of Black Christmas was an interesting take on an original classic. We had some really cool deaths, but we didn't get a variety of deaths, so I was a little disappointed in that. We had way too much backstory with Billy, but I liked the fact that it was still intense, and for a Christmas slasher, it was a good film. So that being said, I'm gonna give this film 3 cigarette hole-in-ones out of 5.
This movie was pretty underwhelming for me. It seemed like you're just run-of-the-mill slasher. There's not a lot of intense moments. It was cool to see kind of like a retelling of the Black Christmas movie that we all love. But they kind of took the concept and kind of pushed it too much. We got way too much Billy. We got way too many eye kills and things. And I didn't care for any of the characters. In turn, I didn't care when they all died. I think it was shot nicely, but it's not a movie that I'll probably ever watch again. So I'm gonna give this 2.5 creepy bathroom holes out of 5.
I was all surprised by this version of Black Christmas. I was kind of expecting the same dark cinematic feel with the real creep factor. But we just got your run-of-the-mill popcorn horror. I was disappointed that they didn't stay true to the original movie. So with all that said, I'm gonna have to give this 2.5 juicy Christmas cookies out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video, and we're hoping that you are having a fantastic Christmas. I mean, a Merry Christmas. Or whatever kind of Christmas you're having. Or if it's just a regular day for you and you're not celebrating Christmas today, we hope you're having a good one of those.
So happy holidays from Bloodbath and Beyond. So happy holidays from Bloodbath and Beyond.
Quit doing that move.
Oh, that's the creepy.
That's the calling.
Happy holidays, guys.